welcome to Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and you know what? Tonight's movie is actually, well, not really a movie, but more of a documentary slash concert film. So I thought we're going to go ahead and take a look at, this was released in 2006, and this movie is actually one of the nominated films. You don't worry about that. That's something else. It's not my phone. But anyways, let's just move on. And this was released in 2006, and it stars one of my favorite comedians, Dave Chappelle. And talk about, and yeah, I'll just go ahead and reel right now. 2006, Dave Chappelle, Block Party. Yeah. So yeah, Dave Chappelle's Block Party is the movie I watched today. Now, I'm recording this in the daytime since it's too cold for me to go out and do stuff. But anyways, Dave Chappelle's Block Party, I'll run down who's all in this. This is not really starring anybody, but this is more, I'll just run down. We have Dave Chappelle. We also have some folks from Ohio, Kanye West, The Roots, Erykah Badu, Central State University Marching Band, Mos Def, Tab Koala, I think it's Koala, Dead Prez, Common, Jill Scott, and the Reunion of the Fergs. Yeah, so this is a concert film directed by Michel Gondry. I said this is a whole bunch of bands and acts. This is a concert film, and this is a concert film slash documentary which focuses on Dave Chappelle having one big block party in Brooklyn, New York. I forget where in Brooklyn, New York. It doesn't say anywhere. But it says on the back right here that Dave Chappelle says, the best single day of my career. So this is a really, really well-made concert slash documentary. I like this one a lot. I don't have much to say because there really is no plot with these concert films. But in terms of that, really good stuff. I really did like this a lot. And it's fun. The performances are good. I'm not a big fan of rap. Rap's not my genre. But it's more focused on him that Dave Chappelle's walking around New York City. He interviews a lot of people. He gets people to come to the show. He interviews the elderly people. But he's like, I love mucking old people. I love them. And he just goes around and interviews. He interviews a couple that's been married 47 years. Just really good stuff. I really, really like this enough. I will say Michel Gondry was probably the oddest choice to direct this, but it's really good. I think Dave Chappelle puts on one heck of a show. He does a lot of good stuff. Kanye West is in it, which I'm not a fan of Kanye West. Common was good, Mos Def, The Roots appeared, Questlove. So everybody in it's really, really good. The performances, like I said, are great. And it's just a lot of fun seeing Dave Chappelle walk around. He gets to Central State University. He interviews the band director, and the band director is like, hey guys, I hate to break you, we're canceling. Unfortunately, the show we were going to go to is canceled, but I got good news. Dave Chappelle's inviting us to his block party, and you can see the band, the drum line just being so excited having to meet. Chappelle interviews that guy, the director of that band, and they have a good conversation. He interviews Erykah Badu. She puts on a good show. Wyclef Jean puts on actually not show, but performance. He puts on a good performance. He sings If I Was President, and it's just so beautiful. Erykah Badu's performance is just outstanding. Everybody was just phenomenal in this. I don't really have much to say. I did like a lot of this. So yeah, with a concert film, it's hard for me to really talk about plot because with a documentary and concert film, there is no plot. There's no plot to talk about in what this concert film is. Soundtrack's great. He does a lot of Chappelle show. Does some Chappelle show stuff, like he'll do Black Poetry Jam, kind of like Deaf Poetry Jam, which was off a Chappelle show. So he'll do a lot of Chappelle show stuff. live and just very, very good. And yeah, in terms of special features, you only get one special feature, and that's September in Brooklyn, the making of Block Party. Or I think it's just called, yeah, it's called Dave Chappelle's Block Party, but it just says making a block party. So I don't have much to say. This is kind of more of a short one. Get that one out of the way. But yeah, it's really good. This movie was one of the I had this movie nominated for Review 200, episode 200 of Hidden Universal Vault, but it lost within the second round to something else. So yeah, I don't have much to say about this though. The interviews are great. The Brooklyn looks gorgeous, and oh, I forgot to mention that Rogue Pictures made this. So Rogue Pictures was the studio that made this film. I forgot to mention that. It was not Universal, even though it does begin with the Universal logo. Rogue Pictures was the company who made this film. So, yeah. I was going to review another Rogue Pictures movie, but I chose this one instead because I'd done so many movies. I kind of want to breather on a movie and just sit down and watch a concert film. I did cover the Iron Maiden Flight 666 concert movie on the channel. So that's the other one I did. This is my second concert documentary. So I just don't... The problem is Universal doesn't do too many documentaries or even concert movies. But I get ahead of myself though. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the artwork while I'm ahead of myself. So I do like the simplicity. I like how it reminds me a lot of those album covers from the 1970s, like a lot of those early 70s album covers. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Sly and the Family Stone Greatest Hits cover art, kind of like that. So yeah, and on the back, pretty good. I like this. I don't really judge cover art that much, but the disc art's really good. This is actually the rated. There is an unrated edition. I'm thinking the unrated edition has more special features, but I do like the disc art on that. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. I'm trying to think, is there any negatives? The only negative I kind of wish it did, it focused more on just Dave Chappelle's life in general. I thought that when I think I first watched this on Hulu. They had it available on Hulu. That's the first time I watched this, when Hulu was a free website. That's where I first watched it. So that's how I knew about it. I was also part of that. So then when I found the DVD out in the wild, I knew I had to check this out and cover it for the channel. So yeah, that's really about it with the film. Is there any negatives? I think I already did mention negatives, but I'll say it again. I wish it was focused more on Dave Chappelle's life more than the concert. But, yeah, that's really about it. So anyways, final verdict. Should you see Dave Chappelle's Block Party? Sure. I can recommend it if you like a lot of these bands, a lot of these artists. Shouldn't say bands, I should say artists. But if you like a lot of these artists, check it out. It's definitely worth watching. If you do like Dave Chappelle, do see this movie. I can recommend it for people who are a big fan like me. Big fan of Dave Chappelle. I think the man's a genius. He's very funny. He is great in comedy, but he's good in comedy. He's terrible doing dramatic role, because it's interesting, because I'll kind of mention this. Dave Chappelle was in an action film called Con Air, and I just don't think Dave Chappelle is as good as a dramatic actor, but I think he's very funny as a comedian. So if you do like Dave Chappelle, check this out. If you like the artist, check it out. If you're not a fan, if you think Chappelle is just okay, and some of the artists you think is just okay, then I'd probably say pass. But if you have a rental store near you, it's definitely worth a rent. And if you do like it, then pick it up. So, yeah, that's really about it. So, that's a review of Dave Chappelle's Block Party. Sorry, guys, this wasn't more of an in-depth review of the film, but it's not really a movie. It's a documentary / concert film. So, that I can't really talk about much. But, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys again for watching my review of Dave Chappelle's Block Party. If you did like the content of my channel, be sure to subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. And yeah, that's really about it. If you want to check all my socials, you're more than welcome to do that. But yeah, so that's it. And yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Or if you're watching at nighttime, a good night and a goodbye. And as always, guys, keep watching those Universal movies. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.